Hello and welcome to Sri Raj IS. My name is Shashank Roy, and here we are with a new topic. But this topic is not related to GS Paper 2, geopolitics, geoeconomics, or geostrategic. This topic is related to climate change and mango. How India's mango capital is facing the heat of climate change. Day before yesterday, I discussed a topic related to oil shock and climate shock, means El Nino. How El Nino as a climate shock and oil shock is impacting Indian economy as a whole and Indian agriculture. In this topic, we are going to talk about climate shock and mango crisis of India. The UPSC syllabus talks about GS paper 3 agriculture and environment, climate change and its impact on crops, food security and agriculture sustainability, food security and agriculture sustainability. In GS paper 1, we'll talk about climate pattern and temperature variability. In GS paper 3, agricultural economy, livelihoods, supply chain, and the core idea is climate change is not abstract. It directly affects food system, economy, and livelihood. So let's understand it through diagrams. So here it is. Make a rough diagram of India, right? So this is the diagram of India because yes, right. So understand it, India has two rainfall patterns. The first rainfall pattern is southwest monsoon. The first rainfall pattern is southwest monsoon. And then, right. Now the second one is northeast monsoon. Right? Southwest monsoon and northeast monsoon, right? So this is how Indian agriculture gets its rainfall, its due share of rainfall through northeast monsoon and southwest monsoon. Now how many people are involved in agriculture? In India, in agriculture sector, which is primary sector, which is primary sector, involves 46 to 50% of labor force and contributes 18% to GDP. 18% to GDP. This is what this is the labor force involved. 46 to 50% of labor force is involved in agriculture and contributing 18% to the GDP. Now, this is climate change is changing everything. Climate change is changing everything. Right? Yesterday I spoke about El Nino. El Nino and its impact on Indian agriculture. Right? So, this article talks about how the weather change is impacting India's mango cultivation. Okay, so I hope this diagram is clear. Southwest monsoon, northeast monsoon, climate change, El Nino, agriculture sector, and the people involved in it. Now there is another problem with India's agriculture sector. India's agriculture sector, the biggest problem is India's agriculture sector is that our are agriculture crops are not aligned with geo agro climatic conditions. Geo agro climatic conditions, which means our crops are not integrated or aligned with geo agro climatic conditions, means that we know that Marathwada region has the water scarcity, but despite knowing that, we are having the sugarcane cultivation in Marathwada region. We know that Haryana and Punjab has developed dark zones, means the water level has depleted completely in that area, but despite that we are growing rice, we are growing basmati. So this is what is non-alignment of Indian crops along with the geo-agro-climatic conditions. Now what this article talks about how climate change is impacting agriculture, especially mango cultivation. This is the flow chart of mango crop cultivation, selection of site, soil and water. आप इसको पढ़ेंगे आराम से. Look at this one. This is the impact of climate change on mango. Now this particular crop is very sensitive for any kind of climate change. 1% of change in temperature, 1% of change in temperature will lead to 11% reduction in crops. So just imagine 1% of temperature rise will lead to 11% of crop reduction. At the same time, we have different varieties of mangoes in different part of the country, and every mango variety has a different climatic conditions. So too much of climate variability is there, and so is the mango crop and their temperature needs. So this article says climate change refers to long-term shift in temperature and weather pattern largely driven by human activities such as burning fossil fuel. Now this leads to rising temperature, erratic rainfall and extreme weather condition. Now the problem is then when we have unpredictable rainfall, when we have erratic rainfall about which we cannot predict, there's a it will lead to losses because agriculture depends on predictability. If you cannot predict the weather, agriculture cannot sustain. And this climate change is changing the weather pattern, because of which it is becoming unsustainable. So agriculture depends on predictability and climate change creates this uncertainty leading to losses. Now what is happening in this article? There is a climate change because of which there is a weather variability, because of which the entire crop cycle is getting disrupted, leading to less amount of crops and leading to economic stress, especially when you have 50% population involved in agriculture sector. Right? Now core mango economy of India. Understand mango economy. India is world's largest producer of mango. Recently there was an interview of Prime Minister Modi by Akshay Kumar, in which Akshay Kumar asked, Modi ji आप आम काट के खाते हैं या चूस के खाते हैं, और मोदी जी को आम बहुत पसंद है. So this fruit is liked by Prime Minister of India. So here it says India is one of the world's largest mango producer with 20 million tons annual output, cultivation across multiple states and support millions of livelihoods across the country. Now, economic and social values, farmers, traders and export ecosystem all are integrated, right? They are integrated. Farmers are integrated. Farmers, traders and export system are integrated. If there is a damage to the crops, not only individual farmers but the trader and the entire export system will be impacted, especially when you are the biggest producer of mangoes in the world. Now, climatic requirement for mango: the temperature needs to be 24 degree to 27 degrees Celsius, low rainfall during flowering period and controlled humidity. Any single change, even 1 degree of change, will lead to huge losses. So mango is a resilient crop, not a resilient crop, and it's a climate sensitive. Mango is not a resilient crop, it's climate sensitive. Even small variation will lead to huge losses. Climate disruption. Across India, traditional cultivation cycles are breaking. Rainfalls are becoming unpredictable, leading to strong winds and temperature fluctuations, because of which it is not sure that what kind of temperature farmers are going to face. Now, chain reaction is unseasonal rainfall is leading to fungal disease. Strong winds are leading to fruits drop, and heat waves are leading to crop damages, and this is how they are destroying or disrupting the entire export ecosystem. Even 1 degree Celsius rise will lead to 11% yield loss. So even a small climate change will lead to large agriculture impact, and climate change impact is not linear. Small rise will lead to large damages. Now, core module, heat wave effect. What is the heat wave effect on mango cultivation? North India expects, North Indian plains, we always face heat wave. During heat wave, temperature rises to 41 to 47 degrees Celsius and continues heat for 25 days, sometimes more than 25 days. So impact on mango: during these heat waves, the tip starts burning, premature ripening and poor taste of texture, which makes it unsuitable for consumption or exports. Right? The core insight is Climate change affects not just quantity, it affects quality as well. Now, future projection. The climate models across South Asia say that there will be an overall increase of 3.3 degrees Celsius in temperature. As I said, 1 degree Celsius rise in temperature will lead to 11% of crop losses. So 3.3% of temperature rise may lead to 33% of crop losses, which is huge. Many people will die of hunger, right? Now, implication, crop cycle will collapse, productivity will decline, and variety will lose. Now, variety specific vulnerability. India as a country is diverse in terms of its mango varieties. We have the Shahri, we have Langda, we have Alfonso, we have Chosa, and the problem is every mango has a different climatic conditions. There is a huge climate variability in the varieties found in India. So while the Shahri will have different temperature sensitivity, Langda will have different, Alfonso will have different, and Chosa will have different, which will lead to a difficult situation. So each variety has a specific climate needs. So uniform climate change will lead to uneven damages across different part of the country. Now, what is the strategic response? What should be the strategy to deal with this crisis? Now, region-specific strategies are needed because we have a huge number of variety of mangoes. So what do we need? We need regional climatic conditions. We need regional climatic model aligned with the mango variety. So here it is. Region specific strategies, climate resilient farming and scientific intervention is needed. We may need GM intervention is needed. We can change some genetics, we can change some genetical component so that we can have resilient mango varieties which may bear the brunt of heat waves. Policy dimensions, climate smart agriculture can be promoted, early warning system and crop insurance, Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Now I'm not sure that Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana covers the mangoes or what all crops are covered under it. India's dimension, this particular weather disruption will lead to food security risk, farmers' distress and export impact, and will lead to economic and social political issues. So this is it. This is the mind map. If you want me to share this PDF with you, मुझे comment section में बता दीजिएगा. I will upload this PDF in Google Drive and I will share the link with you. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.